Oops. Is everyone here? I guess I got 4 viewers, so I should get going. Hi, it's Tatsu. Sorry for that little delayed entry. I'm coming to you to talk to you tonight about the Podesta leaks once again. Before I joined Real Progressives, I did my own research into it and discovered that the source of the Podesta leaks was basically a bunch of amateurs. And I'm gonna recap that more in depth here tonight, and I'm going to actually go into the DNC leaks based on some information that a colleague of mine has produced today, and also some findings of my own during the summer. So I'm gonna let things build up just a bit. You're welcome to say hi. I can see comments on here, and yeah, so to give you an outline, we're going to go through the reconstruction of the email that was sent to John. We're going to follow the path of the bit.ly link. We're going to see who clicked on it and when they clicked on it, where the servers were located, what the servers are running as late as October 30th of this year. And we will also look into the registration, GeoIP. I know this sounds a little technical. We're going to get into the media cover-up and the government cover-up. My aim here is to destroy any argument that this is a Russian conspiracy. I'm going to prove that the government of the United States is lying to us, and the media is playing along with that scam. So we're going to get into SecureWorks, the journalists involved making these false stories, these false narratives, if you will. And finally, we'll move on and finish up with DNC leaks. So, all right. Well, we got a couple people here, 7. It's not a great audience, but again, it's Tuesday night here at RP. Actually 1 a.m. in the morning for me. Doing something a little different here in that I've prepared an article. So what I want you guys to do, if you like this, is to not only subscribe to our YouTube channel, but take a look at our website. So after this video is finished, I will be publishing the full article that accompanies this video on Real Progressives. And our website, it's in the description below, realprogressivesusa.com. So, shall we begin? As Khan says in Star Trek, right? So, bottom line, the Russian conspiracy is a myth, and I'm going to get into it here. I'm going to prove it to you. I'm going to prove the U.S. government wrong. All 19 or 17, whatever U.S. intelligence agencies are wrong. They're lying to you. And also the media is lying to you. The security companies are lying to you. Let's get into it. So let's take a look here. Let's see if I can switch views. This is a first time for me. You guys see that? All right, I guess it's working. Can you guys hear me? So I think Mindy's there. So someone has your password. Hi, John. Someone is trying to sign into your Google account. So this is the reconstruction. And how I reconstructed this was I went to WikiLeaks and took the raw source, and with the raw source you can actually reconstruct the HTML style email after removing characters and so forth. There's a bit of a story on how it got passed around within the Hillary Clinton campaign. I'll skip that. Suffice it to say, he certainly clicked on it. And how do we know that he clicked on it? Well, let me find the bit.ly link. So I didn't have enough room here in the slides here to show you the bit.ly link itself. Now of course it says this is a compromised link, you shouldn't click on it. But here is the actual link. So when bit.ly transforms this link, it actually belongs to myaccount.google.com/security-settings.tk. So that's really long, but what you need to know here is .tk is the top level domain. Security setting page is actually the domain. com-security setting page is the actual domain. Google is a subdomain, and my account is a subdomain. Now, why is this interesting? Most websites, are prefixed with a www. So www is a subdomain. This one has two, to obfuscate the intention of the trick here, right? The hack. And if we go to some, command line, if you have a Unix machine, Linux machine, or even a Mac, what you can do is run this command called host. And host, my account, Google.com, TK, what that reveals is that, and this was all done on October 30th of this year, it says that it is an alias for com security setting.tk page, right? Whatever it is. So why is this important? It means that the actual web server is com security setting Google. I'm getting really confused because these things, it's really long. The actual web server that was used to hack John Podesta was, in fact, com-security setting page.tk. Now, this is something no one in the media reported, and that is if you go to that page, what do you get? You get this. You get John Podesta's Wikipedia page. Now, I did this live in October 30th, and I actually went to the web server. Now, that web server has been shut down, but here we have a Wayback Machine archive snapshot of that server at that time. This is actually October 28th. You can see it there in the link above 2016. Let's see, 10/28, and the timestamp, right? So 2 days before I documented it myself, Wayback Machine documented it for us. And how is this possible that John Podesta's Wikipedia page is present on the server that he was hacked by? It's fairly simple, and we will take a look. So if we take a look at the source of this, we see that they did a pretty simple trick. It's actually one of the oldest tags in HTML, which is called an iframe. And an iframe was invented to create a simple way to inject another page inside of a page. So they simply injected the real Wikipedia page inside of the home page of the server that hacked John Podesta. So I have to ask you a couple of questions, my dear viewers. Is this, we got a question. I just joined in. Are we talking about Podesta and spear cooking? Not exactly, Marcella. We're talking exactly how John Podesta got hacked. I'm proving that the U.S. government has been lying to us the entire time. There is no such thing as these command and control servers. This is a very simple hack. I'm about halfway through explaining it, but you can take a look after. Hey George, how you doing? If anyone can you confirm that you're seeing my slideshows? So I've set this up here so that I can switch to certain slides like this and like this. So let me know if you can see those. All right, now I got a little lost here. Oh yeah, I can see it on my own computer screen. That's really cool. All right, now, thanks George. I was answering a question. This is not about spear cooking. This is about facts, reality, and the lie that the Russians were involved in any of the hackings, whether it be Podesta or the DNC leaks. Now, I was going to get into the cover-up. The cover-up, I guess I shall close out that particular section of this talk. And, I'm a part-time web developer. I'm a almost full-time IT analyst and consultant. I can tell you, I could have done this in my college days before I've gotten any of the professional experience that I have now. And, I'm a little older than a 12-year-old, but a 12-year-old who kind of studies the internet, he could have done this. It's very, very simple hack. Couple of questions. Why would they use Bitly to track John's clicking? If you're a Russian government state actor, you don't want that. You don't want the public to know how exactly you did this hack. You want to cover up your tracks. But here we have not only a Bitly link, but we have a web server that's trolling John Podesta 6 months after this hack, right? So this is not a state actor. This is the work of an amateur, first of all. Now let's move on to the media cover-up. Now, Thomas Rid and also Lorenzo Franceschi Viracelia of Vice magazine, of the motherboard section, covered the announcements and quote-unquote findings of a security group called SecureWorks. And SecureWorks came out with the bold statement that the hack was a work of a Russian state government group called Fancy Bear. And right off the bat, we have some problems with that. To substantiate this claim, and let me dive into the slides again. Let's go to the motherboard article, shall we? All right. Doink. So we have the Vice motherboard article written by this Lorenzo character, and it starts talking about how the short links and were done by Bitly in a mass production type of way. Now, this starts to claim that SecureWorks found out that the Bitly account used to do this was set to public. And that's bald-faced lie number one. All right? So when you have a Bitly account, you don't get to set private or public. Your account is private. The Bitly links you make are public. And that is all there is to it. So for a famous company like SecureWorks to claim that the account is private when that in fact doesn't exist, it is only private. I'm sorry, if for them to claim that the account was public is a simple lie, a big lie. All right, so that's red flag number one. Number two, they SecureWorks claims, and we shall go to the biggest liar of them all, Mr. Thomas Rid of Esquire. He's a professor. Shockingly enough, yeah, they can hire anyone they want, right? Professor or whatever. So this is a very long form article. It's probably, something on the order of 5,000, 6,000 words or characters. And it weaves this very long tale of how it was done. It sounds like an espionage film fantasy with cyber hacking involved. Now, again, he says the Bitly account was set to public. Not true. You can't even do that. All right. And he also starts going into the command and control servers, which is out there to confuse people. And he starts talking about this group, Fancy Bear. And although I think that's all the slides I can handle in this particular application. But let's take, it's a little risky for me to do this, but I'm going to pop open my computer here and try to show you who Fancy Bear is. So, in the article tomorrow, that'll be posted. I'm going to change the link down below so that you'll have the direct link to the article that will be on rpusa.com. But to give you an idea who this Fancy Bear is, Fancy Bear is simply okay, that's not what I wanted. Sorry, guys. Maybe this is not a good idea. But, all right, I'll just tell you. So, Fancy Bear, mostly they're concerned about doping. So, their claim to fame is they hacked the World Anti-Doping Agency. They published the drug reports of, several famous athletes, including Olympic athletes this year. Their Twitter account was opened in September 2016, so just for a couple of months. And also, they have 50 tweets. They look like anonymous wannabes, basically. Semi-professional, right? Not quite professional. Certainly not at the level of state government actors. Their website, take a look at their website. It's fancybear.net. These are, just kids, really. So and most amazingly of all, Thomas Rid, he puts Fancy Bear, the group, in the same basket, not of deplorables, but in the same basket as another group called Cozy Bear. Now, if you know anything about all these hackings, so-called hackings that have gone on, you know that Cozy Bear is not a group. Cozy Bear is a malware. It's a supposed malware deployment that was used to hack, various government entities. Cozy Bear is not a hacking outfit. It is software. So Thomas Rid can't even get that straight. What is going on? Seriously. Quite ridiculous. So I think we're coming to the DNC leaks. My friend C, colleague of mine at RP, pointed out an article that I kind of saw but didn't dig into. I looked at it. So it's kingservers.com. And King Servers was the supposed hosting company of the hackers that were used to hack the DNC. And they issued out a statement on their own website saying, listen, guys, there's no evidence that whoever was using the servers that were supposedly used for the hack were Russian. They spoke poor English, even though we're Russian. We're not Russian government. We're just a private hosting company in Russia. The account holder asked us for tech support in poor English. Their servers, we trace their communications to us, where they logged in to their servers from what countries, Italy, the Netherlands. Actually, the server that hacked John Podesta was in the Netherlands. Europe, so anywhere but Russia, basically. Russian authorities. King servers volunteered their forensic findings to the U.S. government, to the U.S. intelligence agencies, to law enforcement. They got no response. They shut down the servers themselves. They were never asked to do it by the U.S. government or the Russian government. So, King server, pretty much proved that it wasn't Russian. And I'm going to add to that. And what I have to add is I actually downloaded the files from the DNC leaks. I poured through piles of PDFs, PowerPoint slides. I found out and discovered for myself exactly how they rig elections, how they run their vote builder database, how they could connect it nationally to other databases, and how they run their game, their operations. So it was 200 gigabytes of stuff or something like that. I can't remember. It was a lot. And the metadata and some of the files were Mac. So these are Mac files. And for SecureWorks to claim that they used command and control and PC Windows malware, it doesn't hold up. You have to remember that the DNC is a private organization with a lot of money, and they prefer Macs. These type of operations, they prefer Macs. I know because I'm a Mac, expert. And I saw files like OmniGraffle. OmniGraffle is a program that doesn't exist on Windows. Right there, that tells you they're working on Macs. John Podesta, like Hillary, she's like an Apple lover. All of their emails end with sent by iPhone, sent by iPad, and basically, they work on Macs. They don't work on Windows. So this whole command and control PC Windows malware architecture for the attacks, it doesn't hold up. It's a lie. So I hope this puts to rest all the conspiracy theory. I'm sure it won't, because no one's listening to me, but I'm giving you the truth. I'm giving you facts. I'm giving you evidence that the U.S. government is not. I'm giving you direct, contrary, hard evidence, again, that the media is not. So who are you going to believe? Your own eyes. I've shown you the slides. I've shown you exactly how to do what I did. And the findings that Obama says, that the CIA says, they don't have any evidence. They have nothing. Okay? So it's just one of those scenarios where the bigger the lie is, the more believable it is, right? So I hope you share this with your friends, and I hope you check back tomorrow or the next day after to find the link for the full article, which will give you in more full detail here exactly the extent to which these lies go to. And yes, I hope you'll subscribe to our YouTube channel. And thanks for watching. Are there any questions before I close out? It's pretty quiet night here. So, all right. Well, thank you once again, and we will talk to you soon. Tatsu Ikeda for Real Progressives.